Hello. Thank you for your interest in the Colorado Department of Transportation's plans to refurbish 3 rest areas along Interstate 70 in Glenwood Canyon. I'm Sandy Beazley with Jacobs Engineering, and during this presentation, I'll share information about the history of these rest areas, why this project is needed, and the improvements the public can expect to see. The Glenwood Canyon Rest Areas project focuses on updating amenities at 3 rest areas along Interstate 70. The Bair Ranch Rest Area at mile point 128.5, the Grizzly Creek Rest Area at mile point 121, and the No Name Rest Area at mile point 118.6. This project involves remodeling and maintenance of these facilities and improving accessibility for all users. Before I-70 was built through the Glenwood Canyon in the 1980s, drivers along US 6 enjoyed numerous roadside and riverside areas for fishing, picnicking, hiking, rafting, and biking. Because I-70 construction eliminated this access, plans for the new interstate included specially designed rest areas that provided access to recreation amenities from the highway. Each rest area included landscaped parking areas, picnic tables, restrooms, river overlooks, and access to numerous hiking trails. I-70 through Glenwood Canyon was the last segment of I-70 built between Maryland and Utah, and is widely recognized as the final link of the nation's entire interstate highway system. Given this historical significance, the roadway and rest areas between mile point 130.3 on the east end of the canyon and mile point 118.5 on the west end of the canyon are listed in the National Register of Historic Places. To respect the history of the I-70 corridor through Glenwood Canyon, the project team used a context-sensitive solution, or CSS process, to help preserve the canyon's scenic, aesthetic, historic, and environmental resources. As part of this process, we established a project leadership team, or PLT, comprising various agencies and stakeholders along the I-70 corridor. These PLT members established the project's core values, goals, and evaluation criteria to help guide project decisions. With these project principles in place, project team members visited their 3 rest areas to evaluate the current interior and exterior conditions at each site. Using the information gathered from these site assessments, the project team developed preliminary design concepts that align with the project's goals and objectives. The project team also worked with PLT members to solicit input from the rest area's many users. Here are some of the things we have heard from these team members. Minimize disruption to the Glenwood Canyon recreation path and boat launches during construction. Grizzly Creek is the busiest boat launch in the canyon. Along with the river, fruit trees and trash at the rest areas attract wildlife, particularly bears, contributing to human-wildlife interactions and wildlife vehicle collisions. And lastly, public input indicates pedestrian wayfinding signs at rest areas are inadequate. Project leadership team members have also helped us identify these 7 project values. Safety. This includes keeping all users safe during construction. Community. We want to continue serving the recreational and commercial needs of local communities that rely on the I-70 corridor through the canyon. Environment. This refers to preserving and enhancing the natural environment of Glenwood Canyon. Accessibility. We want to make it easy for rest area users to find the amenities they need. Historic context and aesthetics. This value honors the decisions, design, and past work done in the canyon. Sustainability. This value focuses on addressing current and future needs of rest area users while simplifying and minimizing maintenance need over the coming years. And finally, decision-making. This refers to following the CSS process and partnering with canyon stakeholders and the public. As mentioned earlier, this project will update rest area amenities for all users. The scope of these updates include reconfiguring spaces in existing buildings, replacing plumbing and HVAC systems, updating lighting, replacing and augmenting signs, upgrading water treatment systems, repaving and restriping parking areas, and making walkways and handrails compliant with the Americans with Disabilities Act, or ADA. The project's primary goals are to update aging facilities, minimize environmental impacts, provide sustainable facilities, maximize benefits for all users, and minimize construction impacts. With the overall project scope and goals defined, The project team conducted site assessments and developed preliminary designs that align with the established values and evaluation criteria. Starting with the Bair Ranch Rest Area, here's an overview of the existing facility. The Bair Ranch Rest Area is accessible from both directions of I-70. The rest area has a plaza overlooking the Colorado River, and it provides access to the river and the Glenwood Canyon recreation path. This rest area also includes visitor information, vending machines, picnic tables, and pet relief areas. After assessing the Bair Ranch Rest Area, here are some of the opportunities we identified for improving the facility. Interior lighting doesn't meet the current building code, so it will be updated to bring it into compliance with the code. The restroom stalls are frequently defaced with graffiti, so stainless steel restroom partitions will be installed to make removing it easier for our maintenance teams. Building fixtures and amenities like restroom changing stations will be updated to comply with ADA standards. The entrance glass and framing are nearing the end of their life cycle. As this visual simulation shows, the new storefront will match the color and style of the existing current storefront. The roof will be replaced with a new standing seam metal roofing system. Exterior lighting will be updated to be dark sky compliant. In the parking area, the pavement is aging and there are several places where the curb and gutter are broken, so the parking area will be repaved and repaired. Trash cans will be replaced with bear-proof trash receptacles, and the water treatment facility will be upgraded. Moving west to the Grizzly Creek Rest Area, here's a look at the existing facility. The Grizzly Creek Rest Area is accessible from both directions of I-70. In terms of recreational amenities, this rest area includes access to the Colorado River and Glenwood Canyon recreation path. And like the other rest areas in Glenwood Canyon, Grizzly Creek includes visitor information, vending machines, picnic tables, and pet relief areas. After assessing the Grizzly Creek Rest Area, here are some opportunities we identified for improving the facility. The building's entrance doors do not meet ADA standards, so as this visual simulation shows, new entrance doors will be added and one section of the exterior concrete seating cubes removed to create ADA-compliant access. The restroom stalls are frequently defaced with graffiti, so the stainless steel restroom partitions will be installed to make removing it easier for our maintenance teams. Building fixtures and amenities like restroom changing stations will be updated to comply with ADA standards. The inside of the building has water damage in places, which will be repaired with spot renovations. The wood covers on the skylights will be removed and replaced with metal grates. A new handrail along the stairs leading to the overlook will be installed to meet ADA compliance, as shown in this simulated photo. The grade of the walkway ramp between the parking area and the plaza will be sloped to meet ADA requirements, and a new handrail will be added. Directional signage in various places, particularly signs directing people to the restrooms, will be updated to provide better direction for pedestrians. Exterior lighting will be updated for dark sky compliance. Trash cans will be replaced with bear-proof receptacles. Parking areas will be repaved and repaired. One ADA parking stall will be added. Concrete retaining walls along the access road will be replaced with sculpted concrete block, and the water treatment facility will be upgraded. Lastly, moving on to the no-name rest area, here's an overview of that facility. Like the other two rest areas, the no-name rest area is accessible from both directions of I-70. This rest area's recreational amenities include access to the Glenwood Canyon recreation path. The no-name rest area also features an elevated viewing platform above the Colorado River. And like the other rest areas in Glenwood Canyon, this rest area includes visitor information, vending machines, picnic tables, and pet relief areas. After visiting the no-name rest area, here are the interior and exterior updates we noted. Restroom facilities will be renovated. Building fixtures and amenities like restroom changing stations will be updated to comply with ADA standards. Roof flashing will be replaced along the ceiling of the covered entryway. The skylights in the building pose a leak risk and will be upgraded with a newer system that's similar in appearance. A tree near the building entrance will be trimmed so it doesn't hang over the building, and several fruit-bearing trees near the parking area will be removed and replaced with similar-sized trees that do not attract wildlife. Exterior lighting will be updated for dark sky compliance. Trash cans will be replaced with bear-proof receptacles. Parking areas will be repaved and repaired, and the water treatment facility will be upgraded. Now, I would like to provide a little bit more detail on 3 project elements: the water treatment upgrades, the dark sky compliant lighting, and features to minimize wildlife conflicts. The water treatment system upgrades were initially planned as a separate project, but the decision was made to do these upgrades in conjunction with this project to minimize disruption to the public during construction. The design of these systems is complete, and the buildings for these water treatment systems will be sited at each rest area based on the existing infrastructure. These treatment systems will be housed in prefabricated shipping containers that are 40 feet long, 8 feet wide, and 8.5 feet tall. Each building will be painted with a custom color designed to match the environment. Exterior lighting updates made at each of the rest areas will be dark sky compliant. As this image shows, new exterior fixtures at the rest areas will direct light downward to minimize the amount of light pollution that spills into the night sky. Current exterior lighting will also be replaced with similar lantern-style fixtures that direct light toward the ground. Additional trash receptacles will be added at each rest area, and all receptacles will be bear resistant to keep trash properly contained and discourage wildlife from entering the rest area. Another way this project will help address wildlife interactions is by replacing fruit-bearing vegetation with vegetation that does not attract wildlife. So where are we today with this project? In the spring of 2026, we are currently preparing environmental studies to identify any impacts the project may have on sensitive resources and to develop measures to mitigate those impacts. We are also working to finalize design drawings for each of the 3 rest areas. Construction plans for each rest area will be advertised and scheduled separately. Each rest area will be closed while the work is done, with only one rest area under construction at a time, so people will have access to the other 2 rest areas in Glenwood Canyon. The current plan is to start construction in 2027, closing 1 rest area per year. In the meantime, you can learn more about this project and follow construction timelines by scanning the QR code on the screen to visit the project website. Thank you for your time and interest in this project.